Welcome everyone to this webinar on how to launch your BA career in 2023. My name is Ellen Mishra. I'm a principal trainer at Adaptive US, and I have the pleasure of having my colleague Laura McCoy on the webinar. She is an accomplished business analyst. She has been teaching this subject for quite a lot of years. She's also an active member of IIBA and has been contributing significantly to the business analysis community. We're thankful for having you today here. And from here on, Laura would take over. And if she needs me anywhere to pitch in, I will obviously pitch in. Up to you,
Thank you,
Laura.
sir. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Welcome, everybody. I'm always very excited to engage business analysts in any capacity, but particularly when it comes to enabling them to become more and do more for others. So that's really exciting. And the fact that you're here means that's something that you want to do, that you want to move towards a business analysis career with success. The things that we have to do for that. And we know that that kind of thing takes effort. So congratulations for taking that first step and learning more. And we are excited to help you with it. So next we will be discussing some of the, hi, Rebecca. And so Ellen, you can move forward on the next slide, please. Beautiful. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is how to launch your career during challenging times. And I would bet that we all recognize that we're in some challenging times, right? Things are constantly changing. Things are constantly in a state of flux. And so it's important that when you do these kind of things in challenging times, that you have some resources available to you. And we'll talk about both of those elements, and then we'll end with a little bit of an opportunity for some Q&A. So when we are talking about this, next slide, please. When we are talking about this, we are going to be offering you a way to do so with a little bit of savings. So hang out with us long enough to get that understanding, and so that you will have a chance to get a little bit of a discount if you join us on your journey. So when we talk about this, most of you that are joining this are probably coming from several different perspectives. Maybe you're a student that's already, you're getting through that process, you're wrapping up some education, and you want an opportunity to be perceived as an individual that doesn't just have, and I say just, I have 3 degrees, so it's not just, but that you have more than a traditional education. You are certified in the understanding of business analysis and its basic principles, so that you can hit the ground running a lot more effectively. Maybe you are already in a professional situation that you're doing something that's related to enabling change in an organization, but maybe you don't have a specific BA role and you're interested in doing that, right? So maybe you're building the solutions or making sure they're done with quality. Maybe you're helping sell solutions, things like that. So when we look at that, it's not a difficult thing to move into the world of business analysis, especially if you have a certification showing that you should switch over, right? Maybe you've been doing that for a while, but you're having trouble getting an opportunity in the world of business analysis and you want to do so. So we come from all different directions. Some of us, maybe we come from accounting. I see a lot of BAs come from accounting. Maybe we have experience in industrial engineering or something like that. Anyone that has an interest could leverage a certification process to grow into the next function of business analysis. So we're going to talk more about how those individuals can do that. So here's an example. An individual that was an executive in the travel industry moved over to being a lead business analyst and product manager very rapidly. When I was working at a retail oil and gas industry, we had a controller in accounting, CPA designation, wanted to join our BA team because she felt it would help her grow better than staying in her accounting field. So you can come from anywhere. When we look at these opportunities, and if we go to the next slide, please. When we look at these opportunities to shift over into the BA career, so many individuals are doing so. The world where we are right now and the shifting that's occurring, business analysts are in high demand. Because what we've learned over time is that when we have a guide that is objective and critically thinking and things like that, our business agility is much more successfully realized. So Adaptive has had the luxury of helping so many shift their career, advanced their career in the world of business analysis. So when we are going into looking at what this is, there are 5 steps to do so. We're going to talk about each one of these. Hi, Sunday. We're going to talk about each one of these, learning the fundamentals. We're going to be getting mentored. We're going to talk about applying the learning, getting certified, and then securing that opportunity. So first, we're going to talk about learning BA fundamentals. When we're talking about learning BA fundamentals, we are going to be discussing primarily the world of IIBA. So when we're going into that, we're going to be talking about the process, right? There are steps that some people perceive them as really structured, but I'm telling you, business analysis is I've been BA, QA, PM, technical writer, technical trainer, marketing, helped sell things, right? All of those elements. And when we think about those things, it's chaotic a bit, right? Every project, every opportunity, every problem I help solve, they're all like snowflakes. They're different, right? So we're going to talk about the process and what that means. We're also going to touch a little bit on tools, and there are some behavioral skills that can be learned, but they are critical to being successful in this career path, right? So we're going to talk about a little bit of each one. The process. IIBA, which you heard Ellen mention earlier, is considered the largest best practice for business analysis organization in the world. More and more business analysts are attaining this certification. Therefore, leveraging this knowledge area. I found IIBA when they'd already been doing the work almost a decade and a half. I learned new things. It made me better at what I do, going through their book, going through their certification process. And it covers the process in general terms, but it does not necessarily tell you how to move through each of them. It doesn't give you practical, but it does help you understand like stakeholders and planning, how to elicit, not gather. We elicit, we draw forth information. And then once we get that information, we turn it into requirements that we manage and analyze. And the BABOK is a great way to gain a consistent understanding of so that you can work with others that also have that same understanding, and we can be much more effective because we're collaboratively consistent with our understanding and execution of those behaviors and skill sets, right? So when we talk about the process, that can lead us into understanding some techniques. In the BABOK, there are 50 basic techniques. And then there are extensions to the BABOK that grow that even more. Now, don't let that be overwhelming because you don't have to know all 50 all up front, right? You can learn them as you go. There's some basics that are really great to start with, and then you grow your capability as you move through it. Some really basic ones: mind mapping, RACI, business process modeling, prototyping, and then some other things that you see on your screen. There are all kinds of techniques in the BABOK that can help you learn new ways to approach the problems and get more creative with how you combine them as you move through, right? Now, there's so many. Oh my goodness, there are so many tools out there anymore. On your screen, you see a few of them, right? And the ones that you see on your screen, these are actually covered if you engage Adaptive for understanding the business analysis discipline and how to leverage it. Those elements, the tools that you see on your screen, will be available to you and will help you. So, like a lot of training goes through the visual and the auditory learning, but adaptive layers into that access to tools that help you apply what you're learning kinesthetically. So you get to play with what you've learned and use a tool to apply what you've learned, and that will immediately make you more marketable, right? So these are great tools that will help you become a better business analyst. The next thing that we're going to talk about is going to be some additional elements that help us. Yes.
Laura, just 1 second. I think there's some problem in connecting the stream. So let me
Okay.
see if I can connect it to the right stream, or at least give the link to people
You
who
bet.
want to join. Just give me a second.
You bet.
Where is the link for this? Okay, copy. I'm pinging you. You can ping people, those who are writing, no? In that. 1 second.
So it has to be primarily live on that platform.
I think we cannot change it now. I don't know. Just 1 second, Laura. I'm just trying to.
You have to start it on LinkedIn as well.
Okay, 1 second. Go to LinkedIn. Usually it streams there only, but some problem, I think, in the way we have connected it. Where are events? Just 1 second, Laura. So all events, this event, okay. Don't say join. It doesn't let me start. Okay, comments. Okay, I have given the link there. Join. Okay. You got the link, Ananya?
Yes, I got, but it looks like it is trying to stream from my computer or something. Stream professionally from your browser. So I'm very sure that it start.
I think, Laura, maybe we can start again. We'll figure it out. I think as many people can join, we'll let them join. Those who can't join, we'll probably give them a report or something, a replay. Yeah.
That works.
Okay.
We are recording, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, good deal. Are we ready for me to continue?
Yes, Laura.
Okay, I will do so. Excellent. Okay. All right. So on the BA tools. Greetings, Rob. Thank you for joining. And Ellen, if you want to move to the next slide for me, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, the things that we talked about before, those can be easily learned, pretty easily, right? However, behavioral skills, this is a little harder to learn, not impossible, of course, but there are some definite capabilities of communication and facilitation, negotiation, conflict management, the amount of psychology in business analysis, it can be significant. Business analysts lead with no obvious authority, right? So we have to use a lot of influence. We have to learn how to negotiate conversations in a way that it's inviting of ideas and helping others, leading others to get to the same conclusion that you are at, in a way that is as comfortable as change can be. Change is the unknown. Change is kind of scary, so it's up to us to be able to understand how to most effectively help others get there as comfortably as possible, right? So behavioral skills will be covered. Okay, so if we go to the next slide, what we will be learning about is going to be, one moment, please. Okay, the benefits of mentoring. The business analysis skill set, if you haven't done it before. Mario is receiving no sound, but I believe others can hear. Can everyone still hear me? Okay, good. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is a lot to take in, right? It's a lot to take in to learn the processes, begin to apply those process understandings and those skills, et cetera, into tools. And then you've got the underlying personality traits that might be natural to you, or maybe you need to learn some of it. And that's a lot. That's a lot to absorb. So ideally, you have access to people who have been there, done that, people who have not only helped themselves in it, but also potentially guided others through it and found ways to mentor and educate that is successful. And when you have access to someone that can do that for you, it is so much more likely that you're going to be successful much more quickly. And part of that, competence, right? Confidence breeds belief and trust in others. And so building confidence is much more easily done when you have a mentor that can be honest with you, help you recognize things that can improve, and help you recognize skills and values that you may not even see in yourself, right? So we will help you. Business analysis is most effectively accomplished success in if you've got someone that can help support you get there, right? And potentially even continue to mentor you as you're in the process. And so in order to do that, we have to, you'll learn all these great things, but then you have to apply it. So when we talk about applying the learning, that's going to be things like working with other people, getting access to other business analysts that you can watch do the thing. Now, ideally, one of the most effective things, I call it the Yoda approach, right? Where I do, you watch, you do, I watch, you do. And when you can shadow a business analyst, that is one of the best ways to take the concepts you're learning with the tools and actually see it in action. Watch the conflict, watch the negotiation, see how that other business analyst keeps things on track, facilitates learning and discovery and problem solving with efficiency and competence. Get engaged with IIBA. Volunteer with IIBA, get around a lot of other BAs and learn from them what they did and what didn't work well. Be open to possible internships, especially if you're just coming out of your educational career and you're about to move into the real world. Internships are a great way for you to validate that this is right for you, and to validate that the organization that you might do that work in will be a good fit for you culturally, because this work is not easy. Okay, so be open to internships and definitely reach out to IIBA, right? Get involved with IIBA and volunteer. So when we go to the next slide, we're going to be hitting the stuff that sounds a little scary, right? Certification, especially an exam. Exams can be kind of scary, especially when it's associated with something that you really, really want to do, right? When the stakes are high and you really want to do it. So when we go into the next slide, we're going to talk a little bit about what that means. How do we get certified? So when we talk about that, many organizations, even if they see that you've got a business degree or a computer science degree, that's great. But when you have a stamp of approval from an organization that is seen as the best practice de facto standard definer, like IIBA, that immediately gives you credibility beyond other applicants, right? Certified professionals are also more likely to earn more, right? You've essentially in some ways paid your dues in a way that you don't have to quite, we all have to prove ourselves when we get that new job, but you immediately step in with a level of credibility, because of that. And you can garner more pay. It opens up doors for you that might otherwise not have been opened. Maybe you start getting invited to speak, and when you speak about it and you share that passion with others, it helps you grow, it helps them grow. All of it is good, right? Okay, so when we go on to the next slide, we're going to start talking a little bit about finding that job, right? It's great. We've learned, we've gotten certified, so we've been validated as someone that gets it. Now what, right? We've been mentored, things like that. So when you are looking at moving into that, first of all, have a resume. Now, when you do your resume, you'll want to make sure that it has all of those buzzwords and keywords that help people understand, oh, I know what business analysis is, but without introducing things that the reader may not understand, right? So you're going to want to make sure that, and you'd be surprised when you're in school, when you're doing QA work, you've been a dev, whatever, there are attributes of everything we do that is business analysis. Anytime we are understanding a problem, understanding why that problem exists, identifying what we should do instead, and figuring out how to get there, we do this in daily life. Think about that when you're building your resume. Make sure that that idea is referenced, and then all of the other tools that you know and the specific technologies you've played with, that's icing on the cake, right? But as long as you can show that you get it, you know what solving problems is all about, and you can do it critically and objectively, make sure your resume and your LinkedIn profile reference those things. Even if your jobs before were never BA jobs, you'd be surprised how much of what you did, making decisions every day, can be leveraged towards getting a business analysis role. The other thing is get engaged in BA groups online. IIBA has a ton of opportunities for you seeing the job opportunities out there. LinkedIn has a lot of business analysis groups that you could join, and you could see what's going on out there, and you can watch the trends, and you could know what you should look for. Okay, so the next thing, the interview process. It's a disciplined process, especially with business analysis. You will probably go through multiple steps. This is not usually a one interview and you're done. Usually you have to go through multiple levels, right? So it is a disciplined process. We will help you at Adaptive. Adaptive will help you learn how to move through that process. We will teach you the tips and tricks of interviewing specifically for a BA role. So I'm getting another message that there is no sound. Is that just a delay process, or? So if I don't see more than one message about no sound, then I'm going to assume others can hear. Okay. So how can we help you? All of that sounds exciting, maybe even a tad bit scary, right? So getting a guide is helpful, and we could help you with that. Can someone verify for me that you can hear so that I can let Mohammed know that others can hear? Obviously, we're moving through, so that tells me others can hear. Okay, so what do we provide? We have a bunch of content that is defined in a way to help you move through the process. You have people like me and LN and other experts that have been there, done that, not just with certification process, but we do this work, right? And Adaptive, the people that go through our program have time and time again found success getting the next opportunity, right? Getting certified. The success rate of students for Adaptive is significant because we're there for you, and it's ongoing. It's not like you go to class and we disappear. That's not the way it is. And with our BA Bootcamp, we actually help you understand how to interview. So we get you through the training of what is a BA? What does that mean? How do you do it well? And then this is the kind of interview experience you will likely have, and how can you be successful in it? So we provide all of those elements that can help you in your BA career pursuit, right? So we've got a boot camp. It is a lot of hours available to you, more than a full week of actual expert training time. It's a lot. We cover all of the BABOK concepts, and you would be actually ready to do an ECBA certification. You might, with a little bit extra effort on your side, if you've already got some experience, maybe you want to stretch into a CCBA. Talk to us about that. We do cover some agile concepts as well. The BABOK is not prescriptive on methodology. It doesn't care what the methodology is that you're in. So we help you with that. We help you understand agile because it's highly sought after right now. We'll have a lot of tools, right, that we will play with that will help you kinesthetically learn to do what you need to be doing. We help you understand the process, and probably we'll talk to you about the things you should expect. You should practice it, right? The interviewing. We help make sure that you're prepared for your interviews. Many, many, many templates to start playing with, lots and lots of videos and books. There's just so much content to help you get ready for becoming and moving into that BA career to be successful with it, right? So we have a triple guarantee. We have almost no students that don't pass the exam after working with us. I am every time I think about it, I mean, the pass rate out there is 70%. Adaptives is almost 100, right? So we are so confident. We promise you we're going to be there. They're guaranteed to run. We promise you'll be successful, and we have a money back guarantee. Now, of course, for anything, there are constraints on that, right? And you can go to Adaptive's website to see what those may be. And we have, that's a really cool number, almost 1,500 certified analysts. So that's a big deal. And we add to that every month. The people that you have access to, like I said, everyone's an expert in this. All of us do it. All of us have been certified. Some of us help actively with IIBA still. And so it's amazing to have those kind of resources. And many of our classes are shared amongst us. So you get different perspectives in your class. You get a little bit of each of us, and it kind of gives you the experience that is IIBA, is the BABOK, right? Like the BABOK and the exam was written by people from all over the world, from different perspectives. So our training approach and the people that we offer to you, number one, they're experts, and number two, you get access to more than one of us. So you get those different perspectives, right? So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is how successful it's been for others. And this is where we get so excited. I mean, don't get me wrong, teaching, well, for us, teaching is fun. We really enjoy the teaching process. I hope that if you join us, you will experience what that means. At the end of every opportunity I have with students, one of my favorite things is, you made it so relatable. You made it so fun. Oh my God, this was so helpful. Man, I'm a full-time consultant, more than full-time. It takes up a good 50 to 60 hours of my week. But I love it when I get to teach. There is nothing like helping people like you get to the next level. So when we see these kind of reviews, that fills our hearts. That means we've made a difference for someone who now is going to go make a difference for many others. That's an exponential give back experience for us. That's our goal, is for you to be that happy, right? For you to have that much of a difference, for you to feel like you're enabled to make a big difference out there in the world. And so we do have a few things that are free, that are really cool, right? And a lot of organizations wouldn't give this kind of stuff away for free, but we believe in what we do that much. And so check this out. We'll give you just a moment to write down that link so that you can go look at the BA career guide that Ellen has written for those of you that are looking to have something that's tangible and not just a video. I know a lot of people, some people love the auditory and visual. Some people really like to read, right? So, and some people want both. So check that out. It's free to you. And you guys, I believe you can send me messages. Please feel free to send me questions, and this can be interactive. This does not just have to be me talking to you. If you've got questions or whatnot, please start tossing them in there. I can answer them as we go, and at the end I'll definitely give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you come up with in the meantime. So remember that coupon code that we talked about earlier, saving you a little money to help you go make a bigger difference in the world? This is your chance. So write this down and take advantage of it. Yes, sir. I can't hear you.
Okay. Do you hear me now?
Yes,
Oh,
I can hear you now.
I just wanted folks to write down the code because that's something they will usually come back and ask. So let's be on this slide for a few seconds, and
You
then
bet.
we can go forward.
Keep in mind, everyone, that code is for the BA Bootcamp. Okay. We have had so many individuals go through any course with us, right? As we've gotten these amazing responses about, oh my God, I just landed this job that I never thought I would be able to get. I'm making so much more and I'm so much happier because I get to make this bigger difference and I'm so much more fulfilled and the respect of what I do is increasing and those kind of things. That's our goal. That is our goal for you to take away from this an opportunity to make a huge difference and you to feel more fulfilled and satisfied in what you do every day. Because our work, what is that, 75% of our waking hours? We should be happy when we're doing it. So we love doing this. We love sharing with you. We just covered a lot of information in about 30 minutes. So we wanted to give you guys an opportunity to ask us questions. What questions do you have? Do you have any questions about the tools, about the experience? Do you have questions about the market? Do you have questions about the certification process? Things like that. I want to give everyone a moment to ask questions that they may have.
Yeah, for some of you who may be interested in data analytics career, we also have started a data analytics bootcamp very, very recently. It's like just fresh up the plate kind of thing. It's probably about 15 days old, if I remember, and we didn't include it in the presentation because this was done a little before than that. But there's a good amount of work being done in data analytics side. We're also doing extensive work on product ownership. If some of you are interested in product ownership or agile analysis, there's a whole lot of thing happening on adaptive side. We do have weekday programs now for North America, Europe, and Australia. We always had weekend courses for North America, Europe, and Australia, and Africa, almost the entire world. But we do have weekday programs as well for North America, Europe, and Australia now. So we would be happy to take any of your questions you have. Maybe Laura or I, whoever can answer, will answer.
This is your first test as business analysts, everyone. That's a large part of our jobs, right? Asking questions, getting clarity, being curious. Please feel free. Don't hold back.
Okay, I don't know who gets the chats. Is Kruti, do you get any chat on your side, or who is able to see the chats? I think Kruti is there on call. I saw her. Okay. We can enable anyone to speak. Actually, we don't have too many people speaking. So if anyone wants to go live, you can go live and speak as well. One second. I have enabled whoever is available today just to kind of go live and speak. I see quite a lot of people on the call. Mario, I see Rebecca as well, but I don't see Rebecca here now. Anyone, you are all free to unmute yourself. And oh, okay, maybe I have muted your mics. So let me unmute your mics as well. Because during the webinar, I did not want anybody to speak. So I had muted everyone, but now I have unmuted everyone.
So let me ask a question. I would like to ask some questions that you can either speak or you can just toss in the chat. From the time that you joined, right, when you saw the webinar and you were interested in joining and hearing what we have to share, and the content that we covered, are you more interested, curious, or excited about the BA discipline and moving into it? What do you think? Yes or no? Are you more or less excited? Let's do that. More, same, or less? Hopefully, we didn't scare any of you talking about certification. It should be exciting.
Okay.
Okay. Got some involvement. Interaction is good.
Okay. In fact, I think like Laura, I have been a BA for almost 27 years now. And every day, whenever I come across any situation, be it in a restaurant, be it in a hospital, I find opportunities for improvement, which I think that's a skill that I developed over a period of time. And some of them actually apply, a lot of them at Adaptive itself. So over the years, we have fine-tuned our processes, fine-tuned our products. So a whole lot of activities have happened at Adaptive's end. As a business analyst, I have been part of multiple product launches. So that has been a great experience. And in fact, Laura, just to update you, we're trying to create a product which is going to be completely audio enabled for students who are visually impaired. So they don't have to look at screen, and through entire audio mode, they can learn and they can take their assessments as well. So that's
That's
something
awesome.
we are talking to Microsoft, hopefully taking some of their help in the AI side, and probably getting it out maybe in Q3 of this year.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to respond to the story that you shared about the hospital thing, right? At my opportunity before the one I currently am at, I've been the first business analyst at too many companies. I'm like a glutton for punishment or something. And so I was the first business analyst there, and he's starting to learn, he's engaging me, starting to learn what I do. And he was like, do you analyze like everything, every experience? And I started giving him examples of even when I'm driving, coming up to a stoplight, how I analyze everything. And he's like, you analysts are exhausting. Yeah. So if you find yourself evaluating things around you, finding opportunities to make things different, thinking, wow, it would be really helpful if this person had access to this or that, or you're a BA and the world needs you. And getting certified and having mentorship in how to do that consistently, effectively, successfully, with a little less pain. I mean, that's pretty cool if you can get access to people that can help you do that.
Okay. If there are no other questions now, I am able to view some chats, but how does it come? I got something from George. Okay. There are some guests trying to join the call. I think we are kind of full. So sorry, we can't let them in right now. And thank you folks for joining us today. Thank you, Laura, for this engaging webinar. And I hope there are many things that is coming up in 2023 for Adaptive. One, we are also looking at a very comprehensive product at Adaptive, which will give access to the entire digital resources we have. Also, about 90% of our training sessions that we do, and then in a year we do close to 1,000 hours of training. That's a lot. Actually, we do 1,000 hours of training, and one can get access to 800 to 900 hours of support in 2023 through a product, which might get launched in about 3 months time. So stay tuned, and we hope to see all of you as successful BAs in 2023 and in the years to come. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.